Okay. Hi, welcome. My name is Michele Johnson, and I'm here today to give you a little bit of education about LifeVantage, about Neutrogenomics, who we are, what we do. I want to tell you a little bit about me. I am 53 years old. I am a mother of 5 and a grandmother of 2. I have been a teacher. I teach special education, have been for over 20 years. I teach at the elementary level, and I love it. I've always loved kids. I've always liked to be around kids. But about 7 or 8 months ago, I knew I wanted something more. A little bit of retirement insurance, if you want to call it that. Just really wanted to make sure that the end of my life was going to be as fabulous as it could be. So I reached out to a friend of mine and told him what I was looking for. I knew that if I was going to launch into something else, that I definitely needed to be something that I could be passionate about. So my friend introduced me to another friend, Michele, who introduced me to this company and these products and explained to me why this was so important. I got on the products right away, and I knew within 30 days this was something that was going to be powerful. I noticed right away within the first month that I had had no migraines. And prior to this, I typically get 1 to 2 migraines a week. I have since I was a child. So no migraines for a month was pretty big. I noticed over the course of the next 60 to 90 days that I did not need my allergy medication, and I did not need to use my inhaler. I also noticed that my psoriasis was better. Not gone, but better. Much less inflammation, less redness. So these were all big things for me. And I knew this was a product that I could definitely get behind and be passionate about. So let me tell you a little bit, or let us tell you a little bit about why it is important to biohack your body and why Neutrogenomics should be something you learn about.
Hi there. I'm Michele, and I'm so grateful that she called me in. You've got 2 Michelles here.
Yes.
And we're happy to be here. I learned about this science 10 years ago. So I started biohacking then, and it was really someone that knew me in the corporate world who said, you need to look at this company. Here it is again. In that career, I was blessed with being in the right place at the right time. It was life-changing. And here it is again. And I thought, first, doesn't happen twice in life. And secondly, it was out of my wheelhouse, raising my sons. I didn't want to go and leave them. And I almost missed it, but they had me watch an ABC Primetime Report, which Michele can share with you. I recommend it because they talked in 2005 about this potential breakthrough in science. And that's really what got me here. I had a neck injury. I was in chronic pain. I drove to GNC at the time where the product was sitting on a retail shelf without anyone being able to explain the story of the science. And in that first 30 days, my neck pain was gone. I had been living on Advil for 10 months, and I was Advil free and have been since then. So we're going to share with you the science that proves that biohacking, taking this incredibly complex system, our body, which is a miracle. It does so much without our even knowing about it, and hack into it, not change it, get it to work again at its peak performance so that we can be healthier and live longer. So I'm hoping that's why you're here, to be healthier and live longer. So this science begins, how do we biohack? It's really about the science today of nutrigenomics. Nutrigenomics is the ability, 23andMe and Ancestry.com prove, right, that we are all genetically unique, and we can map our genome. And the same thing with nutrigenomics. It is the science that has measured and proved exactly how these nutrients that you're going to learn about activate your gene expression, which means get your cells working the way your cells work to protect you and to keep you healthy and healthy longer. So this is what's so important. It's real and it's proven and it's measurable, and you're going to see the proof and the measurement and the results that we have. I put this up because there's been a lot in the news lately on nutrigenomics, and still a lot of people have never heard of it. So I start here because I want you to know that we didn't make up this term. We're bombarded with so much information and new products. And this was the Today Show and Fox News reporting on the science of personalized health, which is our gene expression. and nutrients, how we are, what we eat. And they project by the year 2020, this is market research, they said 17 billion. Today's show said 600 billion, but it's not a fad. This is where science and research is going. And that's why we're excited to be here and happy you're here. So the story of LifeVantage began in 2003, a little biotech company working on creating the ability to activate our body to work the way it was designed to work. And that first human study was released in 2005. ABC reported on it in a ABC Primetime Investigative Report, so did PBS. And that really brought a lot of attention, and the company's stock went from $1 a share to over $20 a share because people heard the story on national news and who has your product story shared for you and the science that they saw as a potential breakthrough in science back then. In 2009, this product was rescued from a retail shelf where it sat without its story being told because ABC didn't do that report again. And at that point, we went from a penny stock, continue to grow, get this story to the world by sharing what we're sharing with you today. And now we're on the NASDAQ, institutional investors, and being able to make an impact globally as we continue to share and grow this movement around nutrigenomics and bring it to the world. So thank you for being here today. I'm going to start really briefly with what captured my attention in the beginning, because I knew that our exercise and the food we eat and the air, the water and sleep and all of those factors can help us be healthier. But I had no idea there was a problem, something going on, that there was no way to solve it. And that was the fact that the air we breathe, oxygen, is oxidizing or damaging our cells every single day. And I heard that, and I was like, what's that? But an apple is a perfect illustration, right? We all know what happens when we cut an apple in half and leave it on the counter. It's oxygen that causes it to turn brown and shrivel up. What we don't know generally is that oxygen is doing the same thing inside of our cells. Oxygen is creating, you might have heard of free radicals that are damaging our cells, degenerating our cells, and that's that picture at the bottom. Turning it, shriveling up that cell. And it's the degenerative conditions that are related to oxidative stress and proven over and over again to be why a problem that we want to solve, because it leads to the degenerative conditions that we don't want to get. So understanding the problem is the first step in saying, I got to go solve this. And this is what we do. So we do it with 5 plants. And this really helps you understand the nutrient piece of this. Milk thistle or turmeric, green tea, bacopa and ashwagandha, plants that have been around for centuries, safe, lots of human experience. This chart on the right shows that in a very low dose in extracts of those plants, when combined, they become 18 times more potent. And that's why we have patents. One, because they become more powerful when you combine them together. You wouldn't take turmeric or green tea or milk thistle as a supplement again, because in this one pill, they do way more. But also they do something that those plants can't do on their own. And this is the very first human study. This red line is what happens every day as our cells getting damaged. Our cells are degenerating, and we're more and more every day, and we're traveling that red line of oxidative stress. That's what our oxidative stress increases. And in an 80-year-old, you can see it's high. So in 30 days, and this isn't everyone, there was everyone from a 20-year-old to an 80-year-old who participated on this study. The blue line represents after taking Protandim for 30 days. In everyone, that damage of oxidative stress was reduced by an average of 40%. In that 80-year-old by 70% and a 20-year-old by 20%, all of them, oxidative stress down to that level of a blue line. So this is why we're here, to help you know that there's a way to slow down that damage that would have otherwise happened, and to get you traveling the blue line and off of that red line of damage that's happening in your cells every day. And this is the science of how it happens. We take a supplement today. We take antioxidants. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and blueberries and chocolate and goji berries and red wine and vitamin C. And it's the way we have been focused on our health. But one molecule of a consumable antioxidant will destroy just one of those millions of free radicals that are damaging our cells every moment. versus what we've proven in that first human study, we can actually get the cell to make the antioxidant enzymes that our cells make, that are inside of every cell, that were designed to fight that battle of oxidative stress. And those antioxidants, one molecule of one of them will destroy 1 million free radicals in 1 second, and then go destroy another million and another million and another million. And that's how oxidative stress was reduced in everyone by an average of 40%. Just needed more of those antioxidant enzymes made in that 80-year-old than they did in the 20-year-old. And that's why it's personalized health. They both took the same pill, but they worked differently because of what was happening in the body. So this is why we have 7 patents today on this formula. It was not just researched by ABC and PBS and reported on, but leading universities studying critical conditions and diseases brought this patented formula, one pill, into their research and proved it didn't just turn on antioxidant enzymes, but anti-inflammatory enzymes, reducing inflammation inside of our cells, not our experience of it, inflammation inside of our cells, and all of these other cell protective genes, hundreds of them today that have been measured. So this is why our patents are reducing oxidative stress and inflammation in mammals, and you'll see how we've extended this science and applied it to products that make a difference in the world, in our body. So this is the final piece on our little science class. This is about how our cells started making those antioxidant enzymes. And it's this powerful protein messenger that is part of every cell structure. So I want you to know we're not putting anything in. All you did was 5 plants, 1 pill, nutrients, proven to activate NRF2. NRF2 is a monitor and a messenger in every cell. Oregon State University explains it the best because I like analogies. They say that NRF2 is monitoring your cell, looking for problems. When it finds a problem, it goes back to the nucleus of the cell. It rings an alarm bell. Hello, we've got a problem over here. High oxidative stress, a lot of inflammation, other problems. And it tells our DNA, go make more. And this said 200 genes at this time, but now we know hundreds of cell protective genes. It also controls other complex functions like detoxing of our cells, protein and lipid metabolism, and they talk about antioxidant protection, but it's really that longevity assurance factor. Slowing down that damage is going to help your cells be healthier and longer. So this is what we do. Protandim is an NRF2 activator, and this study really validates on a big level how important it is for your health. The National Institute on Aging conducted a 7-year study. Moving into that study, they had looked at products all over the globe that they believe had the potential to extend life and delay disease. And they brought Protandim into this study, looking at if it actually could extend life and delay disease, but it compared it with other plants that they believe had that same potential, which were fish oil and turmeric, green tea. Turmeric and green tea are 2 of the plants in Protandim. They also looked at, I have to go back. I went forward, I apologize. Resveratrol, which is from the grape seed. Protandim was brought into that study as the only compound of nutrients, but they brought us in because they knew the research on NRF2 and they knew we activated NRF2. So again, more validation that we do what we say we do. And at the end of that 7-year study, they reported that Protandim was the only natural substance proven to extend life and delay disease, which proves 2 things. 1, why we have patents. Green tea and turmeric don't. And 2, the obvious. You slow down that damage of oxidative stress every day that would have otherwise happened, you're going to have a healthier cell, which is the only way we want to live a longer life. So this is where we began with NRF2. That research, today we look at, as a nutrigenomic company, where do we solve the problems in the body? Where is the body not working? How can we feed it what it needs to get it to work at its peak performance? So it began with reducing oxidative stress and activating NRF2 in the cells inside of our body to keep our cells healthy. But NRF2 had a partner. It is called NRF1. Another name we didn't make up. NRF1 is part of every cell structure. NRF1's job in the cell is big, which is why they work together. These two pathways, NRF1 and NRF2, are essential for your cell health. NRF1 is responsible for building and repairing our mitochondria. Without energy, our cells would be dead. So NRF1, like NRF2, works full-time when we're young. In our late teens, early 20s, they start to work part-time and our bodies start to break down and we lose the energy in our cells. We wake those NRF2 pathway and NRF1 pathways up and our cells are creating energy and protecting our cells with those cell protective genes so that we can be healthier longer. We also added our ProBio, which is a patented delivery mechanism that's proven to get 80% of those bacteria through our stomach acids, where most probiotics on the market get destroyed, and time release them into our lower and upper intestine so we can reactivate and get our microbiome balanced and healthy again, where so many gut issues happen and where our immune system lives. This product works, it's powerful, and it's got a formula that makes it unique. And then finally, omega-3 and 6 that are all about our brain function and our heart health. And these are ingredients that are sourced from northern Alaska. The fish are caught, omega is released and distilled on that boat, so you know that you have products that are clean and safe for you. This stack was looking at these complex functions of the body and why we put it together in 2018 into this program. What we're excited about is that it wasn't just us that got excited. We were awarded the Bronze 2018 Stevie Award for the best new product of the year in the health and pharmaceutical category in the globe. So a huge acknowledgement of the power of nutrigenomics, the science that we're bringing to the world, and why these products are so essential and important for your health. I just wanted to share a few other ways that we've looked at the body. And first, it begins with the cells of our skin. I always say, if you want to see NRF2 in action, put it on your face. This is where we see cells get damaged. And we see the beauty of what happens when our cells are protecting themselves and healing themselves. That's our NRF2 activated skincare system. Again, does something, it's a nutrigenomic. It activates NRF2, same active ingredients, a patented formula, research on it, proving you're going to have healthier cells in the cells of your skin. We have another patented formula, Tandem, taking those same active ingredients, giving them to our dogs. They have NRF2 in every cell and have the same cell problems and issues and activating that health in our pets. Axio is a nootropic. It was created to solve the problem of our high-stress lives, to calm us down, stop that cortisol overproduction, give us clean energy, green tea, no sugar, stevia, but more importantly, brain performance, brain food, so that we can be clearer and have better brain performance. Our ProBio is part of our physique line, not about weight loss. It's about reactivating our physical intelligence by getting those bacteria, our microbiome healthy, by releasing stored toxins, which is our cleanse, and by releasing stored fat, especially visceral fat around our belly. So these are our products. We've just most recently launched a brand new product. It's a hair care system. People said, why hair? Well, for a couple of things. One, we want to be clean. Our scalp absorbs 40% more toxins than any other part of our body. So clean on our hair is essential. And we don't think clean when we go to our hair. I wasn't. We're thinking we're cleaning our hair and we're not thinking about the ingredients and what we're using. So number one, on clean and think dirty app, so we've got the right nutrients. But two, healthy hair begins in our hair follicles and our scalp. So activating NRF2 in the cells of our scalp is creating crazy, incredible results, because this is where healthy hair begins. It's a shampoo that's clean and you'll love it, but the conditioner that is split ends. Yeah. It's amazing. I don't even know what to say. And Michele will share pictures. She's going to do a whole piece on this because pictures are worth a million words. And especially the scalp serum. It's all about patented other ingredients besides NRF2 that really create the kind of healthier hair results that you're going to love. So this is our newest product to market. And really the end of where we are right now, right today, but not the end of where we're going. We are a nutrigenomic company. We are at the forefront of bringing this science to the world. Most importantly, we understand the power of our body to heal itself. Our legacy is changing global health, and we're grateful that you're hearing this story and join us in this movement to really change global health around the world. So activating your gene expression, being the best version of you is our goal. And thank you so much for being here and learning about the science that makes it happen. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for being here. We'll see you soon.
So I'm going to get this ended.
Yay.